What's in that pit? I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this. That was one of the Skylar girls, I think. Seems like we ought to leave her alone. Feels an awful lot like grave robbing.
Compromise agreed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brygo's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look. I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did. I begged.
Stop talking right now.
It was Nelius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. Farron Brygo's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please. Please, Lucia. I love you.
You killed Isaac! You'll kill us all!
As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and where the starry crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, Father, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, Father, let's go down, down in the valley to pray, in the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down, don't you wanna go down? Oh, mothers, let's go down, down in the valley to pray, in the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, Father, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Father, let's go down, down in the valley to pray, in the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. kick ass, November 1. Glad to hear justice has been done. Over and out.
You let me shoot him. Never shot anybody before today, and now I've gone and shot my boyfriend. I mean, my ex-boyfriend. Ex in more ways than one, I suppose. Oh, God! And I couldn't even finish him off. I needed your help to do it. Now he's dead, and I'm to blame. Still, I pulled the trigger. The choice was mine. I could have let him live. Now he's dead, and the only memories I have are of him begging for his life. I need to find the people who steered Isaac wrong. The people who were really responsible. Neelius, Dorsey, and Liberty Buchanan. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Very well. If that's the way it's gotta be, then fine. I am not without resources. I will seek justice on my own. Thank you for what you've already done, and until I depart, you can find me at my home in Broadmoor Heights. Good day.
Job clearing out those sons of bitches. I'd help. When the sheriff tells you to man a spot, you man a spot.
How's the family? Shut your hole. I know you slept with my wife.
Hey, slow down. I didn't, I swear. I got bedroom
All I
issues.
did was ask a few questions.
Is it just me, or are the marshals cracked?
Snapping Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys. You think a little raid would stop snapping Jimmy Bob? No siree. Oh, hey! Shot up the garden real good, didn't you? Guess thanks are in order. If you need to restock, my store is open. Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine pre-apocalypse, fully functional microwave. I can cook up some truly gourmet delicacies with it. But the damn power got cut in the fighting. It'll take the city weeks to fix it. Let's. Corporal Gonzalez at Ranger Command. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rosie Wong at the Sands Lux Apartments. The tap water's brown again.
That's not really our department, Miss Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is. I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water. Yeah? This is the Sans Lux Apartments? Who's there? Fucking kids. You have to get someone here and stop this thumping. Well, it's not so much a thumping as a throbbing. Kind of like a rawr, rawr. Oh, no. Actually, it's more like a rawr, rawr.
Ms. Wong, I have another call. If you can just hang on.
Clocks, clothes, clowns.
Books for sale!
Not one book on clones?
Do you think he'll ever let us live in bottom line?
Not a chance, buddy. Chaff like us don't get to live with the weak. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much money you got.
Bet this is all Joe's fault. Stupid!
Who?
Junko Murayama, sculptor, roboticist, amateur historian, and former curator of the Colorado Springs Museum of History. Can you believe it? I really fixed up that museum. Before me, just a bunch of dirty old trash we had to go look at 5 times a year in school. I brought the place into the 22nd century, scavenged some old robot parts to rebuild the animatronics, remade all the replicas from scratch, cleaned all the blood off the scar collector weapons. Good stuff. Officially, because of the Dorsey raid. But I think they didn't like the questions I was asking about the Patriarch's history while I was renovating the exhibits. I mean, why else would they tell me they'll be hiring a new curator? What's that got to do with the raid? I don't even know. I sent Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's private secretary, a list of questions about the Dorsey family and the routing of the Plains gangs. Just trying to clear up a few weird discrepancies, you know? Well, he doesn't get back to me, and then the raid happens, and I'm out on my ass with no explanation. That's weird, right? That's rad! Heck yes! Thank you! You won't regret this. You're over at the old airbase, right? I've read all about that place. I'll see you back at your HQ.
No entry by order of Sheriff Daisy.
Cousins killed by Dorsey thugs. Families.
Ew, Troy! Those old people are looking at us?
It's okay, Brandy. I got this. Get lost, you perv douchebags. Before I... Wait a minute. You're old, right? Can you get us some beers? Stupid Mary Milkteeth won't sell us any. Too young, she says. Holy shit. Can you be any more lame?
Just... ew.
Lame.
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs! Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage. Brave marshals stop Dorsey's at palace gates. Patriarch alive and safe.
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a Dory?
Hell, Rangers. What brings you here? Indeed.
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor, put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor...
I like your style, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. No more Darcys in my city, and everybody can walk out their doors again without getting shot. Some of my marshals weren't too sure about you, but I see now that they were dead wrong. Old Saul always knows best. Fine. We'll keep it professional. Whatever you want. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town, and she wants to join up. Ain't that right, Hope?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since, but she keeps turning me down flat. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and she'd be an asset to your organization.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Darcys got into town? Well, since you already dealt with Isaac, let's concentrate on Brago. I'll never understand why the Patriarch let that rat set up shop here. Been nothing but trouble, so him making a deal with the Darcys doesn't surprise me in the least. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brago helped the Darcys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brago for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe, and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Hear anything from your sis?
No, not exactly. They found her under a smashed market stall.
What can I do for you, Rangers? Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Hey, are you,
Hey, we never keep folks in
I
these
was just
cells
finishing
for
up
long.
training when the Darcys
It's
came
off
through.
to the pillories with
Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, they just let me off the street, a badge on my chest and a gun in my hand. They said I'd train on the job.
They must be desperate for bodies. No offense.
None taken.
Extra, extra, bloody shootout in Garden of the Gods! Rangers hailed as heroes, Dorsey's flee the city!
it somewhere else.
What's your favorite song?
Gotta be Sex Dwarf. It bops so hard.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Wanna lend me a drink with all that coin you're throwing around?
You mean the robot?
Well,
Yeah,
look
my
what
dad
the
would
cat dragged in.
These stairs lead to Mr. Brago's lounge. He said I should let you guys through. But don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that would be a very bad day for you, my friend. A very bad day. Good, because that is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble if anybody said it wrong. Big trouble. If you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is, the furnace could catch fire and burn the whole place down. So I'm not leaving my post for anything. Well, maybe if a fight broke out I would, but nobody would be stupid enough to start a fight in Mr. Brago's place, would they? You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you?
Rangers, welcome to my club. Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for second-rate suits from the bazaar. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brago. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glories of the town we lost. Perfect, isn't it? You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing, and saved the day. Heroes, every one of them. Helped me consolidate control of the city, too. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But you know all about that. They attacked you, too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. That's a shame. Well, we'll see if good service and generous payouts can change your minds. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot. Is that so? Way to make a man feel old. But I'm sorry to hear Vargas is gone. He was a great man, ready to do anything to help the people he'd sworn to protect. Thank you for telling me. I'll raise a glass in his honor tonight. Now, what can I do for you? Certainly. Ask away. I know Delgado, but I haven't seen him. If he came here, He didn't come to see me. What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. What else can I do for you? Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and woes of running Vegas back then made me old before my time. Since I've come to Colorado, I feel 20 years younger. I know any attempt to recapture the past is doomed to failure. But I had to try. It's not quite Vegas, but it's close. And since I can't go back, this will have to do, won't it? And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. To them, this is paradise. All of Sin City behind one door. Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came back. Deadlier than before. We held out as long as we could. But without help from the Rangers, the end was inevitable. As to why we came to Colorado, well, we heard some rumors of the good work the Patriarch was doing out here. Creating a stable, prosperous society. That's exactly the kind of environment a business like mine needs to flourish. So we packed up our roulette tables and hit the road. Good luck.
There's a statistically significant chance we'll exchange genetic
I don't know what the boss is
code.
thinking running a straight joint. He's leaving money on the table.
Marshals would shut us down if we fixed the games.
Not with a...
I don't know then. He must have his reasons.
I guess so.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Nose. Farron Brago's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Sure thing, Red Hats. What can Charlie do for you? Elgato? What? Oh! Delgado, you said. Nah, name doesn't ring any bells, sorry. I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained. And that they don't wander into the back rooms. Ah, Mr. Brago's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, it emulates the style of Sin City, but I never saw that place myself. If you want to talk to the man in charge, you'll find Mr. Brago upstairs. You see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The Patriarch himself gave it to me. Yes, sir, for saving his eldest son. Man, you should have seen the size of that snake. I can? Did you mean, will you let us through? In that case, no. Jokes aside, Mr. Brygo doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brygo's instructions very seriously. If you want to go back there, talk to him, not me. Until next time, Red Hats.
Hey there. What do you need? Really? Is juicy gossip what a bunch of fellows like you are after? I think you can find something better to waste your time and money on here. All the best vices Colorado has to offer. Hey there. What do you need? All the best vices Colorado has to offer. Hey there. What do you need? Sorry, chums. Don't know anybody by that name. Can't help you. This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Plenty of sins available for the picking. Just take a look around. Don't be strangers.
Let's get crunk!
I hope I look cool enough for this place.
Fuck! Fuck! I'm so screwed!
Like, totally. Oh, God. I'm gonna die.
Hey, remember how
What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. Yeah? Well, you picked the wrong room. Ain't no Delgado here, and no marshals neither. None of your fucking business. No. You ain't getting off that easy. The local 168 don't like being spied on. Or talking to pissant little runts like you. What we do like is fighting. And that's what this party's been missing. Ain't that right, crew? So let's go, runts. It's time to dance. Too late for that ass breath. Get him, crew!
Could use some help.
Right?
168 and lives.
Taking my skids over here. I got a bone to pick with you! Taking my skids over here.
I'll.
We can do it!
want to work together?
Those local 168 twats were shitty tippers anyway.
Ooh-wee! Always have a time at Little Vegas. Even if I go home with red-hot balls.
Welcome to the
It's just
Little
like
Vegas
hellfire.
brothel,
Talk
friends.
to Kendall if you're looking for some company.
Sorry, I got off work a while ago.